might have broken it. I'm not sure. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
It's Donal.
It's who?
Donal.
Hey, hi, how are you?
Very well, thanks. I'm calling from London.
You are?
Yes.
Really?
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Perfect. Very good indeed. My first question for you
Sure.
is, can you do a sort of London accent?
Oh.
Can you imitate a London accent?
You know, I believe I can, but I'm not sure what it's really from. It might be English, but it might be a convergence of maybe Australian as well.
That's quite nice, actually. It's sort of like Thames Estuary.
Thames
Very
Estuary.
nice, quite close to London, but
Really?
not dead centre.
Well, you know, I stayed in London for quite a while, and I picked up a little bit of a twang from there.
What were you doing there?
Well, let me stop that so I don't completely botch it. But
I'd give you 7.5 out of 10.
Thank you so much.
Very good.
I was working for Playboy TV, and we were doing what were we doing? We did a story on British amateur sex videos, and we did a story on swing clubs in England. So we had a jolly good time.
Oh, perfect. Now, this other question I've got for you is slightly odd.
Okay.
But I think it's quite a good gauge of someone's personality, to be honest.
Sure.
If you could have the skin of any fruit as your own skin, what would it be and why?
It would definitely be a nectarine because it's very soft, hairless, and supple.
Very good. Why would you choose a nectarine above a peach?
Peaches are hairy.
I personally like a little bit of sort of fuzziness to my skin.
You know, I would prefer a nectarine.
Okay. Well, fair play. And if you could have the husk of any nut.
A what?
Like the the sort of, I mean, you know.
Oh, the hull of a nut.
Yeah, exactly. So sort of, I mean, obviously walnut. I personally would go for a walnut.
Why?
Well, it's. I mean, initially it looks quite frightening.
Yeah.
I quite like the sort of rather muscular texture of it. I mean, it resembles, in a way, a brain. But
it does.
also resembles sort of sinuous tissue. That does sound quite, actually, rather disgusting. So maybe you won't go for that choice. But
you know, I couldn't say off the top of my head. I'd have to actually look at a bunch and feel them.
Are you a nut lover?
I do love nuts.
Which nut in particular?
I love a lot of nuts. I like peanuts.
Ooh.
I like almonds. I like basically anything that's nice and salty.
Lovely. I've heard that in peanuts in London pubs, there are 33 different traces of urine on the peanuts.
Are you for real?
No, that's dead true.
That's gross.
So next time you're considering helping yourself to a peanut,
I definitely have.
Stop to think.
You know, I definitely did munch on some nuts while I was in England.
Oh, I bet you did.
But now I'm completely appalled. I think I'm gonna throw up. What other fun facts do you know? This is a nice little phone call.
It is. Well, I just want to ask you this
Sure.
Other little question.
Okay.
Now, so, I mean, if I'm considering having plastic surgery,
okay,
what would you say to prevent me from going ahead with it?
Well, you know, I don't. Why? You know, I would just ask you why you're doing it. And if you don't have warranted reasons aside from the fact that you want to, then I would say don't do it.
Well, maybe if I was sort of sort of ugly, skinny, elf-like gentleman from London, as opposed to the playmate model that you are.
Some people might find that extremely sexy.
Well, if you could see my face, dear, oh dear, I don't think you would do.
Well, do you have MySpace? You can send me your link.
Well, I shall do. I shall do that right after this phone conversation, and then you can rate me.
I will.
Thank you.
Okay.
Rated by a playmate. Wow.
Well, I'd like to clear this. I'm not actually a playmate because I've never had a centerfold. I'm a Playboy model and I'm a Playboy TV personality.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you looking to playmate?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
That's just not the venue I'd like to, or the avenue I'd like to take.
Yeah. Very good. Now the kind of last question.
Sure.
I've got to go and get on top of the roof of this building to meet a friend of mine.
Okay.
Rather strangely. And again, this is a slightly sort of surreal question, but
okay.
I mean, you appearing on Surreal Life.
Right.
Then I think it's sort of apt. If you could be it that you were a bee.
If I was a bee?
Yeah, which bee would it be?
Well.
And like, I don't know if you're familiar with all the different types of bees, but I've got 5 kind of in my head.
Okay, what are they?
And I'll kind of offer them for your delectation.
I like that word. Delectation.
It's a very nice word.
It is.
What is your favourite word, actually?
I really like the word loquacious because it kind of describes me because I never shut up.
Oh, that is a nice word. That's a lovely word.
Thank
you.
What
mine is.
Yes.
And I wouldn't say it describes your voice, but I think it's a lovely word nonetheless.
Okay.
Mellifluous.
Mellifluous. May I have the language of origin, please?
Well, that is. I mean, that is an English word.
And what is the meaning?
I think it means a slightly sort of golden, syrupy, mellow voice, and it's sort of like flowing like a river of chocolate.
Well, that sounds very delectable. To go back to our first word that we liked.
It does. Not loquacious, but
no.
Nonetheless. I'm not sure how I describe your voice. I might sort of I might when I send my picture to you, I will also describe your voice.
I would describe my voice as annoying.
Well, your laugh's very nice.
Oh, thank you. It's genuine,
Yeah.
So let's get back to the bees.
Let's get back to the bees. Right. The bees for you are drone, worker, bumble, queen, or honey.
Well, I like honey just because it's sweet, but what do those look like?
Ooh.
Because I know what a worker bee looks like, and those aren't that cute.
They're not. And I think worker, they aren't cute. But I just wonder if honey. I wouldn't want you to be seduced by the name of the bee.
Okay.
When in actual fact the honey bee might be potentially just as horrific as a worker bee.
Well, I don't think any bees are attractive because actually one of my biggest fears in life is being stung by a bee, which I have not ever.
Have you ever been stung by a wasp?
I've never been stung by anything. I'm really scared.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, do you apply sufficient kind of insect repellent?
None.
Well, you are a walking...
I think I'm looking for it.
To happen.
So what are those big ones that are really bright yellow and black? The big ones.
Well, I reckon they're bumblebees, and
the big ones like this?
Yeah, well, I can't actually see you at the moment, but I just imagine...
Like a quarter size?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they are pretty huge.
That's what I would want to be, because no one messes with you.
Well, the thing is, they're dying out in England.
Oh, well, then I need to be one so I can help to, reestablish the race.
Exactly. Well, you'd go around mating.
I would go around doing everyone.
Yeah, all the other bees, be they work... I mean, you just do the whole lot.
I would actually become a worker bee.
A worker bumble.
Yes, because I'd be working so hard.
Exactly. Well, that's lovely. I was actually considering making earmuffs out of bumblebee fur.
Ew, I'm going to throw up. That's purely disgusting.
I mean, that would require me to skin you. So, I mean, I may...
I really detest bees, so this is kind of going down the wrong direction.
Okay, well, on that note...
Yes.
I might leave you.
Okay.
But it's been a pleasure.
Likewise, it's been a great pleasure, and your questions were very interesting. Well, and I don't think they'll be topped by the end of the hour.
Well, your answers were loquacious.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, well, enjoy the rest of your chatting.
I will. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, honey.
Bye-bye.